A lot of the credit for Shiba Inu's success goes to BlackRock and other exchange-traded fund companies. However, that impact may soon be waning. Possibilities of a significant breakthrough and victory are increasing. Then what is the true situation? To what extent is BlackRock related to Shiba Inu? Allow me to clarify. Being involved in the cryptocurrency market at the moment is incredibly risky. Over $200 million poured out of the spot Bitcoin ETF only yesterday. This isn't an isolated incident. In fact, it is the 5th day in a row when outflows have occurred. Let that sink in for a second. Money has been pouring out of Bitcoin ETFs for 7 days running. To give some context, BlackRock was in the news in April for its remarkable 71-day record of Bitcoin ETF inflows, unprecedented in history. Speculators were flooding Bitcoin with cash. As if it could do no wrong, it did. When we get to the present day, the situation is completely reversed. Big numbers like 7 days of consecutive outflows are replacing records for inflows now. It's shocking, to be honest. And here's the interesting part. BlackRock has successfully stopped all inflows. However, a 7-day losing streak is a major red flag for the whole Bitcoin ETF market. This has implications outside Bitcoin as well. Shiba Inu isn't the only cryptocurrency that feels the tremors. The Shiba Inu has shown a heightened sensitivity to fluctuations in the Bitcoin ETF. Shiba Inus also suffer when Bitcoin has such a stumbling block. The market is affected by this type of volatility. That is also the reason why the future seems so cloudy at the moment. Everyone investing in Shiba Inus is having a rough time right now. Shiba Inu's value is taking a hit due to the negative press surrounding Bitcoin ETFs. Lately, it has been doing quite poorly. The price literally tripled in a matter of days in February, and since then nothing has been able to reverse the trend. Picture this. You're following all the instructions to a T when you plant a seed, nurturing it with water, sunshine, and attention. However, the plant begins to tremble as a storm approaches. The plant is struggling to grow despite your best efforts to protect it from the relentless storm. At the moment, that's the general sentiment among Shiba Inu investors. In order to back their investment, they are making every effort. However, Shiba Inu is finding it extremely difficult to recover due to all these outside factors, such as the Bitcoin ETF controversy. It's annoying that these outside forces are creating so much grief, yet they have no influence over them. However, today's events are simply incomprehensible. Bitcoin ETFs have seen withdrawals for 7 days in a row, which is normally bad news for Shiba Inus. But today's news is full of unexpected twists. Due in great part to whale activity, Shiba Inu big holder net flows have increased by an astounding 285%. Data from Into the Block shows that the amount of Shiba Inu token transactions has increased by 39% in the past 24 hours, hitting over $35 million, or $2.65 trillion. The major players are making movements, changing their positions dramatically. And this spike in whale activity is a major thing because of it. For Shiba Inus, this may be a watershed moment. Shiba Inu may be beginning to decouple from Bitcoin ETF patterns if these big holders are still purchasing in spite of the bad news. To put it simply, Shiba Inu may be forging its own way and growing indifference to the wider crypto market's problems. This tendency has the potential to stabilize the Shiba Inu population, and perhaps spur its expansion in the future if it persists. After a long time of struggles, this finding is a welcome relief. It's as if after months of depressing weather, a ray of sunshine has emerged. This unexpected upbeat mood and fascination in whales may be the spark the community needs to get excited about the future again. Now things start to get intriguing. A fresh viewpoint is gaining traction, despite the fact that Shiba Inus have been among the most annoying assets to handle as of late. According to market analyst Javon Marks, conditions may be perfect for a substantial jump at the moment. In his opinion, Shiba Inu has the ability to make a full recovery and achieve levels of success that have been absent for some time. The last 30 days have not been particularly stellar for Shiba Inu. Its trading level has remained quite consistent for weeks. Several weeks ago, there was a glimmer of optimism when the price jumped, suggesting that a bull run could be imminent. The excitement, however, was fleeting, as the price dropped precipitously to its previous level. It has even fallen to new lows since the start of the month, only to rise somewhat. Many in the Shiba Inu community are cautiously optimistic despite these changes, thanks to the newfound attention from whales and the possibility of a reversal. For those who have persisted through the bad patches, this may signal the beginning of the good days to come. Even though Shiba Inu hasn't been as impressive as of late, expert Marks is still optimistic about the dog's future. According to his analysis of the Relative Strength Index, RSI, a metric for determining price momentum, he has identified multiple positive signs. He concluded that the Shiba Inu might see a huge surge, possibly exceeding 230%, based on these RSI patterns. The Shiba Inu might reclaim its earlier this year highs, according to Marks, if the recovery rally continues. Just so you know, the Shiba Inu reached its all-time high in March, when its price spiked significantly only 10 days after it started rising. Its greatest moment in 3 years was that spike, so obviously it was significant. In fact, Shiba Inu often exhibit this kind of quick gait. Its ability to experience sudden and large price increases under the right circumstances has made it famous. In the event that the price begins to climb again, it may not merely climb slowly, but may surge rapidly and significantly. But quickly after it hit its previous peaks, Shiba Inu and the market as a whole became pessimistic. Hence, the token's 6-month gain has been wiped out, with a loss of approximately 60%. Despite the slump, expert Marks is still bullish on the Shiba Inu market, and thinks the breed has the chance to reclaim its previous peak. An important step towards Shiba Inu's recovery, in his view, is a far higher .00048 objective. Marks argues that reaching this loftier goal would constitute a major accomplishment. Potentially 480% gains await investors who purchased Shiba Inu at cheaper levels if the company achieves this level. This goal is also very near to the all-time high for Shiba Inus. If that is accomplished, Shiba Inus will have come dangerously close to surpassing that record. Although this goal has been mentioned in Marks's analysis on multiple occasions, it is taking more time to materialize. He maintains an optimistic outlook, speculating that Shiba Inu could eventually achieve unprecedented levels of success, possibly breaking records and reaching previously unseen price points. We really need to break the previous all-time high right now. Being an investor since 2021 and a member of the Shiba Inu development team, Lucy has always had faith in the breed's abilities, particularly in light of its stellar track record. Crypto Basic reports that the price of Shiba Inu had a meteoric rise in the first 3 months of this year, hitting levels not seen since 2021 and a whopping 380% in only 10 days. To give you an idea of scale, the growing pattern from Shiba Inu's lower price earlier in the year to its pinnacle offered investors a stunning return of nearly 7 times their original investment, especially considering the lower price at which it traded. Such a spike is enormous for investors. This isn't your average profit. It's a huge jump that can greatly enhance their profits. This kind of development shows that Shiba Inus may generate a lot of money when the market is right. The recent increase in the price of Shiba Inus has greatly increased optimism that it could continue to rise. Reaching the 1 cent milestone is a much anticipated objective for the Shiba Inu community. This goal may appear far off to some, but Lucy, a member of the Shiba Inu project team, is certain that it is absolutely attainable. No matter how much time passes, she is certain that it will all be worth it. At the current Shiba Inu pricing point, which is far lower, a significant increase would be necessary to achieve 1 penny. However, the Shiba Inu people place a high value on this objective. It unites them and offers them faith in the future. This is particularly true when things get tough. As a group, they are able to weather the market's ebb and flow because the goal of reaching 1 cent is so compelling. So, what are your thoughts on the matter? Feel free to leave a comment below.